In a quiet little town in Belgium, the epic battle for honor and glory is about to unfold. Zemst is once again the heart of Europe's biggest curling league. With 29 teams from 8 mighty nations, the competition is heating up on the coldest surface known to man. The stage is set for a historical new chapter. Watch the epic unfolding of the new season. Will the reigning champion dominate the series? Or will N19 rise up and revive old glory? Are the Tigers the dangerous outsiders? Or could it be the desperate housekeepers? We welcome hard sweeping power from the east, dazzling charm from the north, strategic battle plans from the south, and nerves of steel from the west. We're gonna see devastating duck duels and rock-solid wisdom from Stone Good. We may not have Canada's heroic Homan, Matt's badass Stars and Stripes, or a Swedish Viking princess like Anna. But our league forges its own legends. Meet the magician, Peekaboo Caro, the little general, Gatling Gun Tom, the GOAT, Mustache Man, and don't forget the Walter. We'll express our uncensored opinion, celebrate only the very best of shots, and seduce you with our sweet voices. Because that is what we do. We simply love curling, and we are devoted to bring this exciting, roaring game out into the world.
What a play!
Hello, curling fans. Welcome into the final night of the fall round, winter round. I don't know, we never called fall or winter round of the BCL. We have got an exciting matchup tonight. Kasteelheren against the Takeout Tigers. Takeout Tigers with a win the group and get promoted to A. Kasteelheren looking to play spoilers. We've also got another matchup tonight on one of the other sheets. That is Smerglokska, oh, I struggle with this name. Smerglokska against Sweet Child of Mine. Sweet Child of Mine, if they win and Takeout Tigers loses, then they win the B division. They win their group and then get promoted up to the A. Not Kasteelheren, sorry. Haricata, the team out of Spain, they already claimed their spot as there's 2 group B pools. There are 2 pools in the B group. Let's try this again. 2 pools in the B group. They've won their group. They are getting promoted to A, so this is now for the other group and deciding who the winner gets up. The other one stays back in B, but should be an exciting evening. We do also have a League A match going over on Sheet C. That is between, let me look at the burner control here. It is between the Grey Ducks and Campina Ducks, so a duck duel over there. We will keep an eye on all of those. As you've noticed, I am here by myself. Pim is out on the ice skipping Takeout Tigers. I am unfortunately sidelined with a knee injury, so I will be just here to be the alternate and to talk, but no chance I'm getting out on the ice tonight other than to go celebrate and spray champagne everywhere. Hey, Tour. Good to have you in. Would have liked to have you here next to me, but hey, I also understand Magali had other plans for you this evening. So not really much to say. We have, so let me break it down for the B division. Smerglokska, they lost again this morning, so they've dropped out of it was a 3-team race going into this weekend, but then with their loss this morning, they are completely out of it. So now it just comes down to Sweet Child of Mine and Takeout Tigers, both teams with 1 loss. Takeout Tigers has the advantage of the head-to-head. We beat Sweet Child of Mine, so that is why they need to finish better than the Tigers tonight. Daniel, good to see you. This is really, I've discovered how hard it is. I'd forgotten how hard it is to fill up the pregame when you're doing it all by yourself. But I think I wasted enough time. They're doing the LSDs, just waiting for the things to come out. Do not forget to vote. We've got a new voting system we're trying out. Go to vote.curdia.tv, sign in with your Google account, and you get to pick a vote and vote for what is going to happen in this. Will it be the Kasteelheren playing spoilers will be the Takeout Tigers going up, or you can even vote for a draw, that rare draw. Yes, Daniel, you should have come over. I didn't think that coming over for just one match would have been, although I was alone last night too, so maybe I could have used your help then. But, you know, I got through it. We'll be able to do this. It runs pretty well now. You're not going to have quite the dynamic camera angles that Pim brings, as I'll be focusing on talking about the game and doing this. But I managed to do it with the doubles last night, so I think we'll be able to manage things here. Looks like I can see the background Andres running out, so they just finished one LSD. Heck, why not? Why don't we pop out to the ice and let's see what they're doing, because we're just looking at me talking about not much. So I think we've got a pretty strong team, pretty strong lineup. I wish I could be out there. However, the knee said no. So we've got Pim looking to bring this one down. Frank thinks it's a bit on the heavy side, not touching it. Now they're jumping. It's starting to curl a lot. Andres coming to help to make sure it gets into the house. I think this is in the rings. It's just going to over curl, and that's going to end up, my guess, somewhere around a meter. And then now they have to show them how to work the laser, because not everybody's familiar with it. I think Kasteelheren had both stones in the house, so I'm not 100% sure if this is a necessity or not, but who's going to have the hammer? That's all this is deciding. Doesn't necessarily change anything. We're getting high fives. We're getting handshakes to start things off. We'll do this. I'll get the cameras into the starting positions. Yeah, Frank giving me the high five from a distance. And it looks like the Kasteelheren are sticking their stones out front, so the Tigers will have the hammer. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a button here and have the hammer. I'm now officially ready to go. Camera's on the right. Controls are in the right spot. Let's see if we can properly control the skips. We have them mic'd up. The Xavier for Kasteelheren and Pim for the Takeout Tigers. So Boris starting things off here.
Leg 2. Leg 2. Leg 2.
This one coming into the house. Don't want this to go too deep.
Oh. Boy.
I think the hard part is I'm going to probably forget to mute skips from time to time. All right, Andres with his first stone of the evening.
Lane. Hard lane. Hard lane.
Playing the hit.
Hard lane.
Gets the hit. Rolls out. Pim saying that one's just a little bit inside.
Ja. Op je mak.
Feels a bit on the tighter side. I think that's going to over curl.
Op je mak. Ja.
opting to bring their stones into the house instead of setting up the guard. Him saying, well, we're fine with that. We'll go for some hits.
Okay. Go. Mag curlen, mag curlen. Wachten als je kunt. Nog curlen.
Well, this one feels a bit on the wide side. Gets it away, though,
Okay,
and does that
perfect.
sit in the house? It does, so... Tigers will take that. Yeah, absolutely, Daniel. Yeah, main priority, keep the house clean. This one's going to be perfect. That one's sitting out over on the side. It's not something that the Kasteelheren are going to go for, try to clear it out, so that could come into count later in the end. This one coming to settle in just behind the pin back of the forefoot.
Lane oké. Yep, lane, lane. Hard lane. Hard lane. Hard lane. Okay.
There's another one, gets rid of it, curled quite a lot. Lost the shooter, but still a clean stone. That one over there biting, that's going to be trouble for the Kasteelheren if they're going to want to try to steal this. They're going to have to set something up. Christoph indicating this one's a bit on the heavy side. Sweeper staying off it.
Laten gaan. Een beetje hard. Laten gaan, laten gaan. En mag hier stoppen, hè. Oh, oh.
Want this one to be front of the house.
Oh, oh, oh. Dat zij geen punt doen als ze take hadden. Ja.
Nicely done. Not as hard as they thought it would
Wie
be.
is
But obviously in the house. Well, now that we've played 5 stones, Tigers can go for anything anyway.
Mag curlen. Yep. Lane. Hard lane.
Needing Andres to hold this one.
Hard lane. Hard lane.
Gets it
Okay.
to go.
Good.
And oh, that's a great stone from Frank there. Rolls it over to the corner. We've got a split house. Beautiful stone. Exactly the setup that the Tigers will want. Nope. I have Christoph incorrectly marked as the vice skip for the Kasteelheren. It is actually
Kijk,
Boris, or Olivier, excuse me, but no, is this Boris? Oh, I could kill myself if I can't remember these names. But I know this is Xavier. Skips those out of third. We'll be trying to draw this one around.
Ja. Oh, oh, oh. Tegen geel.
Yeah, Daniel, that split from
Whoa,
Frank
whoa.
was absolutely perfect. This
Whoa.
one really starting to curl.
Ja.
Oh, that's going to actually end up on top of that yellow stone. Just a little bit too light on that one.
Ja. Dus erachter leggen, rollen. Maar natuurlijk nog geen lengte voor de draws, hè. 3 seconden. Ja, nu is een andere kant. Ja.
Going for the draw to that same side, wanting to get this behind those two
Ja, Andres.
two high stones. There it goes, starts to curl. Is this gonna have the weight to get behind everything? Not quite. Does end up in a decent spot, but out in the open. And if we look at the overhead,
De rode, de gele.
with enough weight, they could double it out. Come in on this, hit it hard enough, flat enough, that could double both of those out.
Ja. Oh. Oh.
Very wide though. I don't think that one's going to move as much as they want it to. I know that one will just shoot right by.
Back.
Velde. Maar dan een tikkeltje sneller in, hè? Tikkeltje sneller.
Yeah, that could hurt them. That could put them, Kasteelheren, in a very tough position, not making that hit. I'm not entirely sure what they're going here. Another little split.
Oh, maar curlen. Curl.
Want to try to get this one around behind. That's going to tap and kind of roll over, but ends up behind the tee. Just a little bit tight for what they wanted. Not a real disaster though, although it does leave stuff stacked over on the side that Kasteelheren could hit and roll over to, get into shot. And that's what I would expect them to play. Christoph, fresh off of his gold medal victory as a member of Team Verreken at the European Bs. Throwing final stones for Verreken, nice hit, or for Kasteelheren. Nice hit there, doesn't quite get it buried, but does get rid of it. It's gonna allow Tigers to hit and leave something in the middle, force them to kind of stay and potentially come out with a good setup here.
Curl. Whoa, curl. Yep. Lane.
This gets the hit, and that will settle down. Good stone there from Bram. Now, Kasteelheren have an option, and probably their best option, drawn around behind. They do also have this. They're talking about a freeze up against that corner, but it's got to be absolutely perfect.
Cool.
However, if they're even off a little bit, Tigers have no problem like taking that out. And even if they take out one of their yellows, they would still end up sitting 4. So the draw behind the stuff on the left, or this freeze. Yeah, and I don't know if I really like the freeze. That is a tough one because if you don't get it right, you're leaving an open hit for 5.
Oh! Oh. Oh. Oh.
This one is going to be just a touch wide. The weight was good, but needed that about a half a stone more to the right. I mean, you can't really fault the effort on that. It's just unfortunate that that leaves just the basic straight up nose hit for 5 here. So final stone here in end number 1. Take out Tigers.
Oh, I'm curling.
Hitting against
curling.
1. Oh, did he overthrow this one? Needs to curl. And no, wide, doesn't get the hit, and that is a steal of 1 for Kasteelheren. Wow. They got away with one there. Not the start the Tigers would have wanted, especially the way they were playing. You thought they had that end in the bag. And that was, oof, that's a mistake. That's something they'll definitely talk about. They got to make sure they figure out what the line is and the weight. I think that one might have just been a little overthrown. Extremely, extremely unfortunate, Daniel. I think, yeah, maybe just a little bit of a first end nerves, not quite confident with the ice. But Boris will be starting things off here in end number 2. Kasteelheren with a steal of 1 in that first end. Looking like they were going to give up something big, and unfortunately for them, a big miss from Brahm gives them the steal. One coming into the house, Kasteelheren preferring to bring their stones into the house straight away. Tigers taking the bait, looking to hit. This one going wide, trying to push it over, and that one slides by. And that is why the Castle boys go with the stones into the house at the beginning. They try to put one in the house and then cover it up. So that's what they're going to be looking to do here.
Perfecte. Op je mak. Oh. Op je mak. De lijn is perfect.
Likes the line.
Kan hij stoppen?
Don't want this to over curl.
Stop hem maar daar. Oh, stop. Perfect.
Yeah, I can't ask for much better than that. I think I would have liked it maybe a touch closer to the top of the house, but that's just picking
Hoeveel zie je
bits.
daarvan? Maar een hek komt er daar tegen, hè?
Yes, Jeroen.
Als je
Say
een guard
tricky
weggeeft,
ice
zo niet echt.
conditions. You need good memory to remember all the different passing spots. Yeah, they do tend to be
Ja, maar
a
hek
little
weet
bit of line. Going for another hit here.
Ja, lijn. Hard lijn. Hard lijn. Wow. Hard lijn. Lijn.
That one is going to chip off the guard. will that settle down in the house? Pim trying to get this one to sit down over there. So
Ja. Mooie steen.
did it not go out? It did not go out. So that's actually,
Okay.
it turns out to be a pretty good hit.
Want hij zelfs die buiten is, maar jij terug in het spel is? Nee. Maar zelfs die nu buiten was, is hij terug in het spel. Oké. Dat is de 5 eerste stenen.
So that one, fortunately, not going out of play. So gets to stay there. He's obviously just confirming that it had to go out of play.
Oké.
Yeah, honestly, you don't get much better than that. We saw that. I saw one of those tick shot like that played last night over at the Grand Slam curling event, and it was a beauty.
Ja,
Going for another guard here.
Ja! Je hebt die mee! Je hebt hem mee! En de lijn is goed. Blijf gaan, hij moet verder geraken. Nog.
Trying to get this one to curl over.
Nog.
And yeah, gets it half covered. That's not bad there. Can't ask for much better.
Kan hij niet hier leggen? Een guard ervoor? Ja, kan ook weg. Ja. Van deze weg.
Yeah. Now the takeouts can happen, so might as well get rid of it. Don't let them build up behind it.
Normal.
Nose hit will get a double, but
Yep.
you don't
Lane.
really need the double.
Lijn. Yes.
That will peel it off. And will that sit down over there in front? Maybe a little Swedish curl back into the house. Nope, stays just outside. But exactly what they wanted to do. Now,
Zelfde dan.
I have a question for all of you out there in chat. It used to show
Even
everybody's
traag.
names
Even goed.
in the chat, and now it shows like usernames. So most people like Daniel, Jeroen, Tour, I know who's who. However, sometimes we get people coming in and I don't know who they are, even though they are familiar with the stream. I'm wondering if that's a setting or if that's just for us. This one coming
Rechter,
down.
Ja, rechter. Vriezen.
If they can.
Valt mee.
A little bit heavy on that one. I think that's going to leave a double.
Wacht, curlen. Yep.
This one's going to be just a little bit on the wide side, gets rid of one,
Okay.
and then rolls over into the cluster. And sits over there nicely. So you got a nice little cluster of yellows on the side.
Beetje gelijkaardige situatie als... Alsjeblieft.
Didn't choose the T14X and probably some weird rule about name changing. Yeah, because it's like I see numbers and everything, although, you know, Mr. Jeroen, he only has the one. But before we used to see everybody's names, and so that always made it a little bit nicer. It's probably something that YouTube changed recently and
Ja, maar dan kunnen ze ons...
didn't announce it.
Jij kunt dat beter. Ik kan goed guards midden sheets. Ah, nee, zo.
The other side, that's what he wants.
Nee, het is goed.
He doesn't want to share his screen time with you, Olivier, so
Ja.
get out of the split screen. There you go. Yes, Jeroen is the number one, so sometimes the AI does get it right.
Hij gaat wel vallen.
Beavers feel like this one is heavy, it's definitely wide. Yeah, that will not get back around to set up a guard. They don't want to get this too close and don't want to set up a double.
Niet ernaast, hè.
Ooh, there is the double.
Yep.
Nice little pocket there for Pim. Doesn't need to overdo it, just stay in control. Bob's your uncle. He's not my uncle. Maybe he's yours. Needing it to curl. This one might be a bit on the outside. Yep, that's just... They're kind of not finding their lines. I feel like they need to...
Hij zegt nog een kaart.
I feel like the Tigers are just kind of missing their lines a little bit, needing to get something going here.
Hier. Hij is toch echt. Hij is toch stil, maar wacht. Ja, ja, neem hem, neem hem, neem hem. Ja, 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 ja.
Weight seems all
Hij
right on
gaat
this
tegen
one.
rood vriezen.
Is this going to curl over? Nope,
Yeah,
that's going
yeah.
to stay wide and is heavy.
Ja, ja.
Get it to
Yeah,
sweep
yeah.
it behind. There we go, it's the right angle. Not bad, half buried. It's going to be difficult to
Ça va. Dat is een pin.
get rid of both reds at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah, just a little hack weight hit here. Don't need anything too heavy.
Oh, my.
That's going to hit off the shot stone and roll a little away. Good plan B there. Had an option and it is exposed, but right now red is, or yellow is controlling
Hey, terwijl
things.
die wel Frank en ander is, die echt wel op nu aan te curlen.
Oké. En een beetje naar binnen rollen. Net een beetje links van de neus. Hier. Hoeveelheid? Hoeveel wilt je? Zo, zo, zo. Ja, 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 ja. Oh.
There's the hit. Unfortunately, that is going to roll out. So gets rid of the shot stone, but unfortunately lose the shooter. That's going to leave an opening here for Brahm to get rid of something. Yes, Jeroen, that is kind of a strange setup here. I mean, the Tigers are sitting pretty with all that stuff over on the side. Kasteelheren just not being able to get things where they need to. Not able to take advantage of those missed takeouts early in the end from the Tigers.
Lekker naar buiten gezet. Makker. Ja, lijn! Hard lijn!
Originally indicating it was outside, but now calling hard for the line.
Okay.
And that will be on the nose, and that gets rid of that red.
Dat is geen uitgang. Weer eens in de perfecte.
So now if we take a look at the overhead, you've got all of those yellows on the side, and then you've got this double setup here. Is it too late for the Kasteelheren to do anything to try to get behind?
Ja, liggen. Kom, lig. Je moet gewoon hier rechtjes zijn. Hier rechtjes.
Yeah, it's a double, but then it'll leave it out in the open, so basically it would be a hit for 3. An open hit for 3, so I understand this one wanting to draw and get behind, get something buried in the shot. And even this isn't a great option because it's going to leave a run back attempt, but at least it's not a straight up hit. Yeah, absolutely. Ton of pressure on the draw. This is quite wide. No, that's never had a chance to get behind anything. That is probably, possibly even going through. Brom trying to sweep that out the back. Ooh, just stays biting.
Jas hard.
We liggen al maar 4, hè? Ja.
Yeah, I like this idea. Brom was suggesting just kind of draw it into that pocket so you can be a little bit heavy. That way you don't have to worry about it going through. Shouldn't be so hard that it pushes a stone through. Well, I think they already lie 4. But they don't need to take the risk of going after that one at the back since it's not counting already.
Zeker hard genoeg uit. Dat is zeker hard genoeg.
And that one will tuck right into the pocket, and that is a score of 5, I believe. It should be 5.
We hebben nu nog 5 punten.
Let's see. And there we go. Probably the triple and roll in or under, or a double ending in the pocket on the side was a better option. I'm assuming you're talking about for the Kasteelheren. And their last shot. Yeah, that might have been a better option. So, Jeroen will be starting things off here.
Okay.
Sorry, not Jeroen. Andres.
Ziet er zeker hard genoeg uit.
Starting things off here in end number 3 as Takeout Tigers take a score of 5 house.
Yep. Alles voor die is goed, komt er zeker in.
And get a 5-1 lead.
Oké, perfect Andres.
Now it's the Tigers' turn to kind of entice the Kasteelheren to come in.
Ja.
Daniel,
Yeah.
there is not a team in the Belgian league that would not want Jeroen on the team. Of course, we
Amai.
would try to
Denk niet dat
poach
hij
him.
raakt, maar... Amai. Goed.
Gets the hit, good sweep, holds the line, rolling the shooter, but that's the important part, getting that yellow out of there.
Lane okay.
Now, I have to be careful, Daniel, because I'm out with an injury. My mixed doubles partner was saying that was reminding me that she has options if I'm not able to play the rest of the season. And it felt very much like a threat and not a statement of fact. Oh, unfortunate on that one, just a bit heavy, goes out the back. So we are starting all over from scratch. Interesting. Kasteelheren going for a center guard. That would be a tough sell to get, I think, Jeroen to move to Luxembourg. But you never know. I can't speak for him. But you also have Caro, who might have something to say about that.
Zo, 4. Hit and stay. Normal. Oh. Taking a bit. Wacht, curlen. Oh.
I can hear somebody's phone here in the hall
Okay.
buzzing, and I'm guessing that it's somebody who is out on the ice.
Ik zal misschien nog minder ijs geven. Ze blijven echt heel lang.
Die rechter? Of weg? Die rechter.
All right, looking for the come around here. Try to use that yellow as a guard for themselves.
Ja. Voor de lijn. Voor de
This
lijn.
feels on the light side. Not sure that's going to get all the way down there.
Come on.
All right.
Hashtag
what do I know? This is going to come in on top of that yellow. Kind of guard that up. That's not really what they wanted.
Zit een punt, dat is leuk.
Tigers can do the same thing, come around that side. Use that stacked guard. Yeah, it's a bit odd seeing so many takeouts from the beginning, but that's what you need to do. This is...
Hij is veel, komt eerst erdoor.
Excuse me, hiccups. This one is heavy. Xavier, you got to sweep to make sure that one goes through.
Meer active verlies dan anderen, hè?
Yeah, they've got to make sure that they're getting their timing right. Pim reminding Bram that Frank has a more active release than Andres, so you have to make an adjustment to the stone and to the weights you're calling. That's been the one adjustment we've had to make this season. Adding Bram as our fifth player, as he's getting to learn how everybody's releases are, what kind of timings you have to, what differences you have to look for and play for.
Ja. Oh. Ja. Come on. Hard.
Not that sure that's going to get enough to get around.
Voorbij geel, come on, come on, come on, come on. Is neer. Nu als...
Oh, that one comes up on the lighter side and is exposed, and now there's a
Je kunt ook hier komen.
pocket double here.
Voor die middenlijn genoeg om te komen. Wij liggen al shot, hè? Ja,
Is Luxembourg snowy and hilly enough to organize Olympic Winter Games? I think they have the money to make it snowy enough.
Om onze heel toch weg te doen, dus die heel ligt niet super beschermd. Je kunt er lang... Nee, nee. Ja, dus hier gewoon dit. Ja. Ja, dat denk ik van A. Ja. Ja, van de neus is het ook niet erg, hè. Dus... Ja. Over die middenlijn valt hij wel, dus ik weet niet van ijs. Ja. Ja, dat is wel. Ja. Ja.
But you have the money to build the ski mountains, Daniel. You just move one mountain on top of the other and problem solved. I mean, they have skiing in the Middle East and Qatar and Saudi Arabia, so and Dubai, so why not in Luxembourg? They might have just, there might be a little bit more oil money than insurance money.
Lane, lane. Lane, lane, lane. Which lane?
This was going to hit and then tap it over. Gets rid of it. I'm not quite sure what all of that was. I think they were trying to bump out the red as well, but it's not a terrible spot. And it's still yellow controlling the runbacks on this, so they're going to try to draw in behind. See if I can get an update from the other sheet. I see on sheet A, Sweep Child of Mine leads Smirglokska 2-1 there in the third end. And over on sheet C, the Grey Ducks are leading Campina Ducks 3-0 in the third end. That is really hard to do without my thinking glasses on, or seeing glasses on.
Oh. Yeah.
This one is not going to curl over enough. It's going to end up behind the tee. Not quite buried.
Is ook goed.
Ja.
This is not a great leave for Kasteelheren. Now it gives there's a hit and roll opportunity for Pim. Get on the inside of the nose, right side of the nose of that red, and just roll underneath all of that guard. It will be behind the tee line, but you've got all that guardage up front.
Ja. Whoa.
Paper's staying off it, maybe a bit wide. Oh, that's well wide. Unfortunate miss there.
Sorry.
Weer hetzelfde doen. Beetje minder rechts.
This has been a struggle for the Tigers so far. They're missing these little, these kind of open,
En als hij
open
achter de gele
stones.
valt, oké. Als hij voor de rode blijft, ja, een van de achter heel of voor. Nee, ik ga een beetje trager. Voor de lijn, dat moet. Nee, die gaat voet komen. Hij gaat voet.
This one's coming up light.
Hij sluit de deur.
It's going to be close, but actually they just need the guard there, so that works out. I forgot about that one in the house. I thought they were trying to come around behind. Didn't need that. Let's get to hit the guard. A little promotion for Luxembourg. They're hosting the Coupe de l'Amitié. I probably said that wrong, but that's as close as my French is going to be. The Coupe de l'Amitié, March 20 to 22nd in Luxembourg. 4 games guaranteed, and food and drinks included the whole weekend. Ooh, that sounds like a fun time. Vanul, good to see you. How was the training last night?
Ja, Andres. Oh.
Definitely has the weight. Gets the run. Oh, should have stayed on the sweep. That is definitely Skip's fault. However, unfortunate there. Needed to stay on the sweep to get that long run back. Would have doubled it out. Would have changed the complexity of this end. Yeah, the center sheet, this B sheet is not in the best of conditions at the moment. Hopefully when they flood it over Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's, they'll be able to fix some of the problem parts.
Disconnect the doubles.
However, we have discussed, Kurdia, Pim and I have discussed moving the broadcast sheet over to C if the B does not get become more consistent, just because it seems like C is more consistent of the sheets right now. Trying to draw this one in behind. Feels like it's going to be wide. Plenty wide of the guard, but will that have enough room to curl? Will it have enough curl to get in where it needs to? Now I feel like this one is going to stay out wide.
Ideale. Ook ideale.
Je kunt ook voor een dubbel gaan, of het een rollen. Een dubbel is wel tof. Weg is weg.
If we look at the overhead, you can see there's hit and roll, probably the better option. As long as it stays in the forefoot. There is a double there. Tigers would be sitting 2, possibly 3 with that double, but no need to complicate it. You're up by 5, up by 4. No need to make it different. Yeah, I think if they weren't up already by 4, very realistic chance they would be trying for the double, but I think right now it doesn't make sense to do much more than try to hit and roll, even steal, and try to even get the steal. That is going to be pretty good. I didn't quite get the rollover that they were looking for, but I still think that's pretty tough stone to get at. If they're a little bit outside, they could potentially jam on their own shot stone. So all right, so I think takeout or sorry, hack weight here. Nothing too heavy, just to make sure it gets across the nose.
Hier of hier?
I really don't think you want to mess around with anything on the left side of the nose. You do not want to risk jamming your own out or smacking your own out. Hammerstone here in the third.
Yeah.
Immediately calling for the sweep.
Oh.
That is going to get around, and that is going to be on the nose, and that is going to be 2 for the Kasteelheren.
Heel mooi. 10.
That is a fantastic stone there. Exactly what they needed. Gets them back in the game. Tigers did all right controlling that end. Unfortunately, a couple of missed takeouts there, and they could have had a steal. I will not be baited into you guys rooting for your new teammate. But yes, Christoph has really learned a lot. You can see it from his training with you guys.
Oh.
Oh. This one in the house.
Ja, careful. Laat hem dieper liggen dan. Laat hem dieper liggen.
Xavier indicating it's a little bit deeper than tee, but no, that's going to be right there on the tee, just in front. No complaints about that one.
Nu nog 2 punten maken en we zijn.
Afcurlen.
This one is on the wide side, but I'm trying to curl this one over. That is going to come down nicely. Trickles out towards the edge. Good stone. 4 out of 4, no notes. Bina, good morning. Yeah, you're up awfully early. Or are you just getting in and about to go to bed? That is not a question I can answer for you, Bina. You know, I am rooting for the Tigers. I have to root for the Tigers. You have to decide if your love of the underdog is stronger than your love of Kurdia. Oh, this one not going to do it. That's going to flash by. And here we go, Tigers. Opportunity to start putting more pressure on, start throwing things out to the wings. Now that's the kind of blatant suck up. What's the word for it? Blatant sucking up that I can get behind. Needs to make sure this one gets into the house. They do. Nice level, no double there. Another good opening stone. Olivier going for a hit here, trying to get some of these yellows out of the house.
Oh!
This one needing to curl. Feel like it's a little bit too heavy, and that one's just way too heavy. Never had a chance. Now if you're the Tigers, what do you do? Yeah, I like this one here, but cover up one of them. Little bites. Him demonstrating one of his new hand signals.
En oké.
I'm hearing Trag, a little bit light.
Komt er zeker in. Komt erin, komt erin. Oh, een beetje curled.
That one's going to come in, sets up a double. Not quite the guard they wanted, but still a pretty good spot. Will they go, will the Kasteelheren go for the double? There is a straight up nose, but yeah, it looks like that's what they are going to do.
Maar gaat slecht gegooid. En nu gaat het...
That's never a thing you want to hear your skip saying. It's like, but you threw it bad. This one also heavy. Will this curl over enough? Does get it. Oh, but doesn't get rid of both of them and then sets up a guard over that top. Oh. Not a bad effort, but it does leave things open there for a hit and roll out to the wing. Tigers aren't going to be too concerned about leaving that one open in the middle. Well, if they're looking to set up a triple, that's a very risky attempt. But they got it. I mean, that's the hit that sets it up. We look over the top.
Ja, ofwel, ik zou hier deze weg doen.
No, actually, I don't think there is a triple here. Good hits, gets rid of it. There's a double, but I don't think there's a triple here.
Ene weg rechter. Maar in de mijne blijft.
So Xavier is saying they're looking to hit this one in the back. A little bit lighter weight. And then hopefully that the shooter sticks around.
Ja, zo is goed. Ja, ja, de lijn is goed.
No, line is not good. That is not going to curl over. Ended up throwing, I mean, the weight looked okay, just way too much ice.
Kan ook. Ja. Midden.
All right, so Bram was looking at a little chip, a little split here. But Pim saying, no, let's just draw over. So they were looking at maybe hitting this, pushing this to the side and having a shooter end up in the middle. But instead, they're just going to try to draw it somewhere over here.
Die lijn heeft nog altijd 3 seconden, Frank.
See Pim throwing it 63% so far on the evening. Not bad. Couple of good hits, couple of not so good hits. Draws just not getting covered. That one just didn't curl over enough.
Kijk dat voor u laat. Kijk.
Now there's a triple. Yeah, Vanina, I started working on that a while ago, and finally have been some testing, doing some testing on it now. So far, so good. I do miss some stones from time to time, but yeah. There is a triple here. Oh, and I forgot to put the camera in the right spot. We're gonna get this down.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
They are not going for the triple on this. And now I don't know how to score that one. Was that a hit? Or they weren't going for a triple. I think they were trying to draw. But I don't know. It didn't have very much weight on it, so I'm going to count that as a draw. But yeah, Bina, with the right weight, that last one was set up for a triple. Now, saw Bram tap his wrist for the Tigers. That means kind of a lighter weight takeout. So.
En kijk met die curl even. Op die middenlijn kan die bots wegvallen.
It is, yeah. It's a little bit. It's kind of overlapping that yellow in the back. I think it's going to be tough to get it without moving the yellow, but I still think that they can do it without moving the yellow completely out of the house.
Yep. Hard, klein.
Yeah, there goes the yellow out the back, though. A little bit wide, but does get rid of the red, and I think that's the important part. Can't really complain when you get rid of the other, all of the other team stones. That was always going to be a tough one, too. Like that slide overlap with the red in front of the yellow, it would have had to have been an absolute perfect. But yeah, they're still sitting 4. The Kasteelheren don't really have anything to roll up behind. So we're looking at Xavier.
So.
He's
Dan kun je
he's looking at a hit.
Hier vallen.
Hit and then roll over and tuck in there. That would be helpful. Even if they don't end up with the shot, they could end up in a tough spot to clear things out.
Yeah.
Straight away on the call for sweep.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
That is going to get rid of it and roll out. And I believe that one is sitting.
Yes.
Wat hè?
Third, fourth shots. Yeah, that one's sitting 4th.
2, 3, 4. Ja, kan ook. Hier.
Oop.
Yep.
Don't have the camera set up. Can't see who's yelling. So, Bram's saying, why not draw in behind? They can go after that red one later. Anything here, kind of take away the draw behind, draw to the button.
Lijn oké. Enkel lengte. Goed, wat hard. Niet vegen.
Looks on the heavier side.
Ja, plan B erachter. Yep.
Little bit of a chip here. I would say go after it later if it counts. Like, so if that means, okay, if it's out counting,
Of op de neus ongeveer.
like saying they could get 5 by taking it out, then go after it.
Gaat deze nooit deze weg. Is het dan niet gemakkelijker gewoon om hier te doen? Maar ik weet niet, hè. Je hebt hier een open ruimte. Maar ja, dan is het misschien 4.
We look at the overhead. Yeah, you can't see the red here, but based on where it is on the front cam, the red is 3rd. The red is 4th.
Je moet niet bang zijn, hè.
So.
We zijn toch.
Yeah, Braum being light and a little bit tight there. Now they have something to draw behind. I'm curious if they're going to go for the draw or if they're going to go for the hit. They're going for the draw.
Ik geef minder ijs.
So this one needs to end up almost biting the forefoot.
Ja. Oh.
Yeah, they are a hitting team, Daniel. You are correct on that. This one is around, but what is the weight? And that one slides out the back, just sitting there biting, but that is not useful for them. So this is now a matter of what's most comfortable for Braum. He wants to do the hit. This will get them for 5. Yeah, I feel like Braum's going to throw this one a little bit on the heavier side. We can look at Braum's stats so far for the match. 88% on his draws, 65% on 5 hits for a 71% total. Not a bad match. Now, granted, I am the stats keeper, so maybe it is a bit biased. I try not to be, though. I tend to be harder on everybody than most other people. That is going to get it. That is going to hit, and that is going to be a big 5 for the takeout Tigers. That is the second 5 on the board, as they will take a 10-3 lead going into halfway. Yeah, it's still 2 more ends to play. They Kasteelheren cannot shake just yet. Now, this is where the Tigers, we've gotten into trouble before. We've built up big leads against teams and then just kind of relaxed and unfortunately and almost lost the game. So if I could say anything to them right now, it's stay focused, play this next end like it matters, and like you're down, and that's something you got to do. Athena, yeah, I imagine this has got to be like a massive internal conflict with you. It's like I'm rooting for these guys that I like, but they're also winning. I don't know how to manage that. I'm going to see if I can look at the other scores. On sheet A, it is 5-2. The Ducks are leading the Ducks. The Grey Ducks are leading the Campina Ducks over there. They are just in their intermission. And over on sheet A, they did not put up the score for the 4th end, but it is 4-1 for Sweet Child of Mine after 3. You just can't cheer against Pim. Well, Bina, that kind of tells me that you could cheer against me. That's how I'm taking that. You know, I'm a sensitive soul, and so I'm just going to take that as you're trying to offend me. Not really. And Daniel said, we had some games where we were behind and made the comeback. Yes, that's true. We actually sometimes play a little bit better at the halfway point. I guess they are taking a break, so let me pop back into the booth so we can chat a little bit about what we've seen so far and make sure everything's set up. There we go. We get the lighting right. Mark the chapter. We'll come back into the booth. Here we are. So, yeah, it's been a pretty dominant performance from the Tigers. They've got some misses, but I would say overall they're playing pretty well. They're forcing Kasteelheren to make mistakes. They're not getting those come-arounds. The line's just a little bit off. And, yeah, you know, it's how it's going. Daniel, yes, our match at halftime was in November. Yes, we had our come to Jesus moment at the break, and that really kind of turned things around. Frank just walked by. I was going to shout at him, just stay focused. Remember, stay focused. Yeah, they're coming back out on the ice. Not really much of not a really long break. Probably just come in, get a drink of water. Well, it wasn't so much yelling, Bina, but there was definitely some discussion about, like, hey, let's, you know, get your head in the game, focus, make sure everything is on the right, you're throwing the right stones, you're thinking about the shot you have to make. That's probably what helped the most. Yeah, now it's almost like they are mic'd up because they're standing right underneath the camera. Let me see. If we can hear both sides of this conversation. Hello. Stay focused on the game. Remember, we were just talking about this. Pim just popped his head in. I'm telling him to stay focused now. Reminding him of the times we've kind of, oh yeah, this is no problem. Although I think the last time it was Brom was skipping. Pim was not in the match. Brom and I both had kind of like gone, yeah, we got this, no problem. And then, whoops, give up 4 and needed to hold on to win the match. So everybody's back out on the ice. Andres will be starting things off here. Let's look at his halfway stats. 3 draws, a lot of hits for a lead, you know, but throwing 69% in total. Good effort from Andres. And just kind of throwing this one away. Don't need to put something in there. I don't have either of the cameras set up, so I apologize for this. The Yerkes-Dodson law, a little stress improves physical performance. Yeah, see, I find that to be true. Like, it certainly works for me. It's like, I mean, there is a point of, okay, you want to be relaxed. However, you also need to have that little bit of stress. A little bit of stress to kind of make sure you stay focused and you stay sharp. Now, this one, unfortunately, is just sliding through. Just as I was talking about his hits being pretty decent tonight, then he goes and does that.
Ja. Ja, ja, ja. Hij is traag. Ja, ja, blijf gaan, blijf gaan.
Coming a
Blijf
bit
gaan.
light.
Oh.
Might
Yeah,
get
look,
to the house. Actually, more weight's okay on that one. Just didn't, a little bit outside. Didn't get to the line what they wanted. So.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, laat maar, hij is weg, laat maar.
This one on the wide side. So we see the focus has gone. Right after I told them to focus up. So they don't listen to me. They act like I don't know anything.
Hier eentje. Of hier.
Yerkes Dodson part 2. A little more stress causes a collapse in performance. It's a balance. Oh, yes. There is definitely that fine line of when it becomes too much and overwhelming. It's just the same as like playing darts or golf or something. There's a certain number of beers that relaxes you and is perfect.
Yeah.
But if you go, there's a certain line where it starts to degrade your performance.
Ja. Blijven gaan, blijven gaan. Tegen rood op de neus. Hard, 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 hard. Nu,
Trying to get this red on the nose.
Okay.
And it freezes it up. Creates a stagger there in the house.
Ja,
Double here for Frank.
okay, well.
Calling for the line. This one seems to be all right. That's going to come in. It's going to miss the top one. Oh, jams on the back. Just a bit wide.
Mooie guards.
Going for a guard here. Let's take a look at Olivier's stats on the evening. 68% on his draws, only 25% on the hits. Overall, 9 stones, 58%. They are going for a draw here.
Beetje wachten. Oh, oh, oh. Ja, ja. Ja, 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 ja. Blijven gaan, blijven gaan.
Trying to work this one as deep as they can. This one coming up a little bit on the light side, but that's going to end up as a center guard over that one in the middle. So, good result there. So, Bina, you actually predicted the shot, worked in your mind, but wow. Yeah, if it was a little bit further out to the right, I think that the stone getting promoted back might have trickled out further, wouldn't have jammed, but they just hit it on the dead spot. So, or the spot where it just died. We can check out Pim's statistics so far. 58% on his 3 draws, 70% on his hits. And that's even with a couple of missed takeouts. So when he makes them, he makes them. There's the hit and then the roll over, and that's not a bad position to be in. Gives them a second stone. Make it very difficult for Kasteelheren to score more.
Het is gewoon 1 of 2, 3. Eén is. Want die kunnen ze nog steekkaarten, hè, daarna.
You still know almost nothing about curling. I kind of like it that way. You're going to learn things through osmosis just from just from watching. You won't think you're learning anything, but the next thing you know, you'll be making calls and typing things in the chat saying, he should throw this shot. He should draw this one around. And you'll be like, where did that come from? So trying to draw this one in between the red and the yellow. The shot red and the yellow, but oh, actually no, they're going to try to tap the yellow one away is what he's saying. I don't know that they'll be able to do that with that much ice. Yes, that yellow one rolling over behind the guard is actually quite a good stone, quite a good result there. We want to make sure this one doesn't chip too much and get on their own and rolls out. So now they wanted to tap the yellow one out so they could get to it. Unfortunately, a little bit deep, taps their red one out from behind cover, leaves backing now.
Met een no-skip. Hij is gewoon binnenkant raken.
Now they're talking about a takeout. Calling a timeout. I'm not coming out there, guys. So we don't have a thinking clock in the B division, so there's no need for a timeout. But I think we're just signaling so those guys come down. I'm not going out there because I can't go out on the ice. So, and I'm broadcasting. I'm busy. So they're looking at different options here. One of them is if you hit this hard enough, you can kick over and get rid of both of them. And even if you don't move this yellow completely away, if it moves out further, then it's more exposed. You've got to throw some good weight at this with the now Frank's now like looking at me. I've got a big screen in my way. I can't even see. I only see what I see on the screen. So Frank's trying to say, why didn't I come out onto the ice?
All
right, big weight on this one. This is a difficult shot, but they've got a lot of leeway with it because as long as it gets rid of that red, that's enough. They don't want a nose hit. They'd prefer it to be a little bit wide. Oh, trying to hold this one. Is it going to catch it enough? Yep. That's the important part. Get rid of that one. So that was a little bit tight on the release, but the fact they're able to hold it and get it there, get that red one out. Yeah, the plan A was always get rid of that stone. Now, the ideal would have been to hit and roll over flat and hit the other red one out of the way, off from behind cover, but that was always going to be the tough one. So that was more bonus. Getting rid of that red was ideal. Keeping the shooter in the house was there, but so this, really kind of falls under a plan B. This one feels on the lighter side. But they're trying to cover up that red. Leave a guard and a corner freeze up against that yellow would have been ideal, but unfortunately that's just a little bit too deep. And now the Tigers have a run at that.
Mag hard genoeg zijn, denk ik. Hè. Hoe harder
They
dat
have
is,
a
hoe
run
meer
at the
dat ze
red.
gaan, vliegen. Hè. Dat is normaal.
Yeah, by this red one being just behind that way, so now it's like any hit over here means it's just, even if it misses out the side, it's no big deal. It's not going to touch that yellow shot. But very likely they'll catch it here and it will catch over the top and this will go like that. Oh, oops, I forgot to put the camera in the right spot. Let's catch Bram.
Ja, lijn. Follow away lijn. Hard lijn. Hard lijn. Hard lijn.
Trying to get this one around, make sure it gets there, and does. That is a great stone. Perfect. Perfect hit. Moves red out to third shot. It is behind the tee, so not even much that the Kasteelheren can do with that.
Ja, inderdaad.
Great stone from Bram there. Really exactly what they needed. Now, they're looking at here. There is a double. Hit on this red. Hit on the right side. This will come over here. That'll go away, and this will squirt down. So they do have something they can kind of avoid getting a hard one. But yeah, this is an important double.
Ja. Daar we gaan. Ja.
Oh, only gets the one.
8 millimeter, net niet.
Needed to be a little bit wider, over curled a bit. So Bram looking for a hit here. Take a look at his stats. 7 hits, 75%, 78% overall. He's having a fantastic match.
Mag curlen. Yep. 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 Helemaal hoog weg.
And gets it and rolls it off to the side. So just a draw for one, and not even an open draw, but you know, only having to get it to biting a 4-foot is enough. But Tigers have every reason to be high-fiving after that end, forcing to one. And that is the ideal outcome for the Tigers. Forced to one, get the hammer back, up by 6. Play a very easy end of just keeping things clear. And I'm pretty sure we'll see handshakes.
Oh.
There we go. Final stone. Here in end number 5. Needs to be in the 4-foot.
Yeah.
Line is fine, but needs to curl.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, that is.
And that is enough. So that will be 1 for the Kasteelheren. And so that takes the score to 10-4. Tigers will have hammer here in the 6th. Just barely, yeah, Bina, but a millimeter is as good as a mile at this point, though. Yeah, really good draw. I thought they were over sweeping it, but really came in. Good to see you, Tim. Welcome in this fine Sunday evening. The final session of the winter round here in the Belgian Curling League. Boris starting things off for the Kasteelheren. They're going to need a miracle or two to kind of get back in this game. They definitely do not want to put this one in the house, but unfortunately that is where it is going to end up. Sheet A, I will take a look over there in just a moment. Last time I looked, the sweep child of mine was leading 4-1 or 3-1, 4-1 in the third end. This one coming in, nice little hit. And, ooh, leaves a guard though. That might be something good for Kasteelheren here to use. All right. Sheet A, sweep child of mine is leading 4-2 over Smerig Lokska, and they are in the 5th end.
Ja, ja.
We're trying to draw this one around behind that guard.
Oh, oh.
Going to be very tight. Is it going to be too heavy? No, just chips off. Will that slow it down? Pim trying to sweep it out the back. Won't quite get it there. Now it does push that yellow into the house, so now they'll be able to take it out, but I think they're going to leave that one. Well, Kasteelheren probably want to use that as a guard. Andres coming with the hit here. Idea, just keep the house clean. Nothing in there for the Kasteelheren to score. And Pim raises his hand and, hey, rolls over to the side. Nice stone from Andres, good hit. And on sheet C, ooh, we have a tight match there. The Campina Ducks scored 3 in the 5th to tie it up, so they are 5-5 against the Grey Ducks in the 6th end. This one's staying a bit wide. Well, Bina, then that's why we have those messages popping into the chat every once in a while, just to kind of remind people, oh yes, the like button. And that does help us out a ton. When more people like it, the more they show these videos to other people, and the more exposure Curdia gets.
Ja, weg hem maar. Weg hem maar.
I'm going to sweep this one over. That's going to jam on the back, though. Will it kind of kick out? No, that's going to settle in the back. Oh, I'm not even sure how to score that one. I kind of have to look at it like a 2.
Oh.
So Kasteelheren have a hit here. They can roll that aside. Basically anything but a nose. And that is great. That's going to roll it out over to the side. No problem. No, that the result of having that red one not come out is not great.
Yep, lên. 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 Lên không? Ăn lên.
A 2 for who? Tour. They're still sitting like a steal of 2. Yeah, that would still be 1 for effort. Oh, on the score. Yeah. I sometimes kind of feel like, oh, okay, maybe I should give a little bit more than this, but yeah, it was probably a 1 because they didn't get rid of the guard. I actually know that it would be a 0. Takeout would have completely failed. Yeah, I got it now. Yeah, I probably gave a little too much credit on that one. Xavier is an odd duck in curling 4s. Very rarely do you see the thrower sweep his own stone when he's got 2 sweepers right there.
Oh.
That one is going to carry too deep and end up frozen in the back.
Kan die zo komen?
Usually, Daniel, I'm like really strict, especially when it comes to our own matches. We had a match from earlier in the season where Brom had scored it and I had scored it, and I was about 20%, 15 to 20% lower for everyone across the board than Brom. This one looking pretty good. Needing it to curl over, though. It's only going to get rid of 1, so... All right, so you guys get to call me out on this. That's a 2. It got rid of 1 of them, but they were looking for a double, so does that play only as a 1 or a 2? I kind of feel like that's a 1.
Ja.
Looking for a little bit of an ice adjustment. They're going to try to draw this one around behind.
Hij is veel korter.
Yep, this one saying it's light.
En heel geraakt.
Should just sneak around behind that stone, that guard, and gets over there. That is a 4 out of 4. There's no question in that one. Good work from the sweepers. Unfortunately, it is behind the Tiger stone, so you see Brom just say, let's run this back and get rid of it. That's all they really have to do. I mean, Tigers are not concerned too much about scoring, just about keeping it clean. Oh, this one's going to over curl. Oh, that's going to peel off the guard, jams into the other one on the side of the house, and that one stays biting.
Ja.
It really is amusing, Daniel, to watch that. It's like you've got 2 sweepers there, but you don't trust them. Yeah, exactly, Bina. Not what he wanted at all. The losing the run back stone wasn't really a problem. It's just you got to make contact with that red, but it does leave that red exposed. So they're going to try to cover this up. And most of all because he has no weight on the broom at all. Yeah, he's not doing much more than cleaning, to be honest. I think Christoph and Boris could absolutely do, either one of them could do a little bit better than the slow vibrate or the quick vibration with very little weight on the broom head. Looking for the guard here.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Oh no, actually going for the hit. My bad. Hits the hit, rolls over, hits their own, and kind of moves that. I mean, I guess for a... I don't even know how to score that one. Do you call that a 2, a 4? I mean, the idea was to get rid of that yellow stone. However, they basically lost the shooter.
Ja, die moest minder. Die moest meer
All
op
right,
de
well,
neus, denk
we'll
ik.
compromise. I'll call that a 3. I need to learn the scoring rules better so that I'm not just guessing when I'm up here. So, just needing to play this red one away. Get it just outside the nose. They could potentially double out that one in the back. But first and foremost, get rid of...
Yep.
Strict John would call it a 2. Yeah. Now I'm trifling between two numbers. This is going to catch it. Will that get the one in the back? Oh, just slides over the top. But that was the only first priority, get rid of that top stone. And that is what happened. Not a whole lot of options here for... Or you could say too many options. He's trying to sort things out. Yeah, this one needs to be at least second shot. And a guard over there, so yeah, something top of the 8-foot would be ideal, right in line with the red.
Ja, ja. Oh.
Well, this one is going to come in. It's not going to curl over until very late. Might leave a double. And, yep, I'm going to sweep that over a little bit. Sets up a double. So this could be GG's, folks. I mean, I can't assume that Kasteelheren will actually will shake hands here, but I think if Tigers are able to score 1 or 2, 11-4, 12-4, that's gonna be a tough ask to come back from with 2 ends. But you never know. Some teams like to play it out. Final stone here in end number 6.
Yep, yep. Hard.
Trying to clean these out. Make sure it hits in the right spot. Oh, it's going to jam. They'll only get 1, but hey, you still have to like the shot. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to score that. There we go. So, Kasteelheren talking about it, trying to decide what they're going to do. No movement yet. Tigers are waiting for a decision, and it looks like, well, no handshakes just yet. They figure we're down by 7. We still have a chance. They still have 16 stones left to play, so they are going to play them. Andres leading things off. Will lead things off here in end number 7 and take out Tigers. Lead 11-4. And this is just going to be a throw through. Will not affect Andres's score in any way. Oops, that's the wrong way to move the camera. So Kasteelheren, if they want to get in this, they need guards. This one coming into the house. Just going to be up top, and that plays right into the hands of the Tigers. All they're going to have to do is start making some hits. And so far, so good tonight. They've been fairly decent with the hits.
Lane. Hard lane.
That's correct,
Hold
Bina.
on.
It's
Hard
normally
left.
8 ends unless a team concedes. So gets the hit, dikes it out of the out of way. But you can never. Now there is a possibility. You can never force a team to concede, except under one condition. They have to have fewer stones left to play than points behind. So, for example, if Kasteelheren scores 1 here and they elect to play the 8th end, they would be 6 behind. And as soon as there were only 5 of their stones left in play, they would be forced to end the game. That's actually a rule. That one just clipping on the yellow, rolls a bit deep. So Tigers will continue with the hitting until the hitting stops. Calling them off. This one coming over.
Okay.
A hit and a roll over, and there you go. Now, a hit doesn't really help Kasteelheren here. Yeah, it's nice with the rollover, but it's behind the tee line. So even if it rolls over, it's going to be behind everything, and yeah, when you miss, that doesn't help at all.
Hem hier leggen in principe. We hebben geen guard, hè? Split. Okay.
So a little discussion. Pim not quite sure what he wanted to do. Frank saying, hey, we should get rid of that stone. Maybe they're going to try a split here. Because even though that stone's in the house, it's still high enough up that the other team could use it to get behind.
Okay, plan B erachter.
All right, this one is wide. So they're going to just try to get this one behind it. Anything back of the house is fine. That's going to go all the way through. Not ideal, but, you know, if they're going to miss, that's how you should miss. Like, give them nothing. Don't leave it. Don't leave it anywhere. Yeah, with the cushion, it's not a bad result, to be honest. they don't want to leave something where the Kasteelheren can hit and get behind or draw in behind. This is going to hit and roll out. See, that does not help the Kasteelheren at all, because they need stones in the house. They need guards. They should have been playing for a draw there. Losing, even if getting rid of the yellow doesn't really help them, because you see is like Brahma's setting up. They're going to hit this one out. They're going to just take the own stone out, roll it, keep it open, give nothing for the Kasteelheren to use. So this one is going to be on the nose, which not exactly what they wanted. They wanted to roll that one out of the house. So now you can see it. They have Kasteelheren have something they can draw in behind. So I gave that one a 2. Because the idea was hit and roll away, and they wanted it to roll away. It did not roll, so...
Ja, es ist nicht. Ja.
This one is wide. May curl back towards the middle, but that has not got enough weight to even get around behind. So the hit and a stick is a 0 when you want the hit and roll away tour. Good to know. Man, you guys are really strict though. How did that affect Pim's stats? He's been throwing a lot of hits.
Hey girl, hey girl.
Straight away on the line. That is gonna get it, and it does roll off to the side. Oh, brilliant save there from Brahm on the hack.
Ja, er zat weinig handel op, dus ik ga van mijn dat fuck.
Have to be strict to improve. Have I ever heard of tough love? Yes, I grew up in the 70s and 80s. I know what tough love is. I should be much more firm. I'm going to be very curious to see what Brahm will score this game, and if I'm being too nice. This is light and is just going to set up a guard over that yellow. Yeah, can't be afraid of throwing it into the house. Me, the drill sergeant, no. I am a military brat. Dad was in the Air Force though, and he was a pilot. He was an officer, so it wasn't exactly like it was a very strict household growing up. And there it goes. Gets rid of it, rolls off. That will work. I'll accept that. But it had a nice clean before the rock, yeah. Yeah, Kasteelheren running out of options. Try to draw in behind, which is what they should have been doing before. From so much sooner than this, instead of trying to go after that stone that was in the back of the house.
Ja, ja, ja. 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 Harder.
This one coming up light as well.
Ja,
That
blijven
is
gaan,
just
blijven
going to
gaan.
end up
Voorbij
again
geel.
as a
Rood
guard
tegen
in
geel.
front. And Pim coming up to
Je legt
say,
mij een beetje hard.
let's get rid of it. Just peel this off, even if it catches the stone in the back. Nothing fancy needed with this stone.
Yep.
Well, Pim called for it, but doesn't need it. That is going to peel it off, and that will leave Kasteelheren with a draw for 1.
Zitten liggen.
He's looking at a hit and roll that he doesn't need. Well, he doesn't need the roll, he needs a hit and stick. Is he going to look for that? Decide that's the easier shot? You know, Christoph has been pretty good with the hits tonight, 82%. Draws not so much. This might be... Oh yeah, for sure, Daniel. I marked that one as a 4. That was exactly what they wanted to do. So Hammerstone here in the 7th, potentially the final stone of the match. Kasteelheren trying to score, take this yellow out and score 1.
Oh.
That is gonna do it. That's gonna hit it. That is going to make the score 11-7. No, 11-5. Why is my scoreboard is all wonky? It's adding up wrong. So they are trailing by 6. Kasteelheren they can continue. It looks like they are. The Tigers are a little bit, yeah, they really do want to play it out. I guess there isn't much to play for at this point, but hey, 2 stones out of the, let's see now, what is it? They're down by 5, so the Tigers have to take out 4 stones, and then it will be game over. But until that happens, Boris will be leading things off here for Kasteelheren as they take out Tigers 11-5.
Oh. Hij is super zacht. Als je op die
This
de lijn kunt
is
stoppen.
soft. We'll get over the hog line.
Yeah.
Now, they may not have liked this stone. Oh, right. Yes, I'm doing the math wrong. What a surprise. I got it wrong.
Poor John trying to bring some suspense in this. Don't want to be in his shoes.
Oh, he got it right. Oh, that was Pim. That was funny. He is not wrong. I am trying to find something in this. And yes, Daniel, you are correct. I was thinking of doing the math wrong, and yes, they have to take out 3. And this one is going to be on their own guard. So just kind of splitting it. Nice little throw out to the side. That will touch the sideline and go out of play. So draw in here, try to get something in the house, try to get behind these guards. No, actually makes that math makes it a little bit harder for Kasteelheren. Actually, that split there, yeah, they have guards, that's great, but how are they going to turn that into 7 points is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Or even 6 to tie.
Yeah, curlen.
This one gets in behind the tee, half buried. Not terrible, but yep, Pim's just gonna say, let's boot this one out of here. This is pretty much just hitting practice. And oh no. No. Outside. That is definitely a 0. Yeah, they needed that one above the tee line, but missing that takeout gives them a life. Frank says he practices hitting when he's coaching the juniors, but maybe I misunderstood him. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Sweepers indicating this one is heavy.
Ja, hij valt.
Starting to curl.
Nee, ga er niet door.
Nope, that's gonna
Over net achter. Ja.
go next to that one in the back there.
Okay.
Oh, now they've got a pocket. No reason to miss this one, Frank. Let's see what that hit did your last one. Still kept you at 71%. This one looking okay. And only gets rid of 1. Freeze would not have been terrible. How do we score that one? The idea was to get rid of both. He only got rid of 1. I think it's got to be a 2.
Kijk, kunnen we niet meer gelijk.
Wait a minute. Wrong.
Aan de andere kant. Zo, zo.
There we go.
Nee?
Now see, they're looking at this hit and roll, and all that's going to do is have the yellow one jam on the back.
Ja. Oh. Oh.
That is going to get the hit. Nicely done. Doesn't quite get the rollover.
Rechts, hè?
Let's see, how many reds are out of play? Looks like just the 1, so thin double here if they really want to be cheeky with it. But yeah, just get rid of the one. Even roll the shooter away would be good. Don't give him any freezes or anything to use. This one coming in nicely, gonna be on the nose. They're looking for the hit and roll, and I think if they if they're gonna roll, they should roll out to the side. Roll out wide instead of to the middle. Kind of staying off this one. We're not gonna really see much of it. Maybe we get the top, does get the hits, and then the shooter rolls out to the side. Stays in play. Not a lot of communication from Kasteelheren on that one. Oh, Christoph with the side straddle of the stone? Yeah.
I'm going to Brandon cadeau.
So pretty easy peel here. Yeah, I think if they made the hit and roll that they wanted, Tim, that they're just jamming the yellow onto that red in the back. So just going for a peel on this one. It's heavy. Will this get over? Nope, that is just going to be out wide. So the takeout Tigers need some practice with their takeouts. I think that's the one thing I have to build into the stats tracking is being able to pull up like everybody's stats and then an overall stats and kind of see like and really look like, hey, each end to get a really good idea, because I think it's been kind of a feast or famine with the Tigers on the hits. They're either getting full points or no points.
Yeah. Oh, oh. Yeah. Oh, oh. Yeah,
Needs to curl. I just don't think that's got the angle. Sorry, I had the wrong camera up.
Careful, careful. Check. Yeah.
It's on the button, top of the button, but just sitting out wide doesn't help them out at all. This one looking all right. Maybe you can see it. There it rolls and pops that other one out of play just to be safe. And I think technically that's the game. That is it. That is all she wrote for that. That's 3 stones, 3 reds out of play, and so nothing else to do but to shake hands. There we go. So that is a big, we are the champions, dun, 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 all of that stuff. I can't sing it because we'll actually get copyright strike. Don't want to get copyright strikes, but with that, Takeout Tigers are the League B Group 1 winners. We will be advancing to the A-League beginning in January. Just as a quick update from the other sheets. Sweep Child of Mine is leading 7-3 over Smerglokska in the 8th end. And in sheet C, it is 9-7. Grey Ducks over Campina. They are in the final end, and there is a ton of stones in the house there, but none of that matters. Let me see if I can. Oops, wrong camera. You can see all of the rubble over there. There was a ton of stones in there. But the ducks are, or the Grey Ducks are red. I think they're going to solve this one. Let's pop back to the booth. If I can find my button. There we go. So there we have it. Congratulations to the Tigers and my teammates. I wish I could have been out on the ice with them, but alas, injury is keeping me here in the booth. But that means free curling. Actually, good commenting curling. So thank you, everybody who tuned in. I'm going to go join the boys for a little victory celebration. Appreciate you guys all coming in and chatting, watching along. I know that these streams when I'm by myself aren't quite as interesting as when Pim and I are together, but thank you guys for chatting along, and that makes it a lot easier for me to keep things going. Appreciate it. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We will see you in January. Actually, no, that's not true. We have some doubles matches coming up next weekend between Christmas and New Year's. So there are some scheduled. We haven't decided if we're going to broadcast them or not. Keep an eye out on the socials for all of that. And yeah, so thank you once again, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.